Oh, hi, hey, how you guys doing? This is the Recovery Room. I want to shout out to all my dope addict, alcoholic, overeating, gambling family out there. This is the Recovery Room. It is Thursday. I got it right.
The 16th?
It's Thursday the 16th. We're coming to you live from the Onika's Farmers Market Network studios in beautiful Bradenton, Florida. They used to call it Bradentucky when I was high class.
We still call Bradentucky.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
Anyway, we talk about stuff. We talk about recovery. We talk about treatment, prevention. We talk about all the ills of addiction and all the possibilities. Obviously at this juncture in our life, we talk about the coronavirus and how it is affecting all of the stuff that because the Recovery Room was started based on response to the opioid epidemic that was plaguing our nation, and then as we went along, we kind of figured out that people are addicted to a lot of stuff, and at the root of it usually is some kind of trauma.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we're here to talk about it. We're here to listen. We're here to share some hope and love, hopefully. Hey, I'm T-Bone. Here's the beautiful and talented and
Minister Sean.
Minister Sean. That's his hip hop name too, by the way. You got to hear some of his tracks.
Him get down.
He just dropped a new one yesterday.
Coming to you soon.
But anyway, happy Thursday. As far as it can be for a lot of people, the whole stimulus money thing is obviously we knew it was going to be wacky in the first place. I just reading some people will get their stuff later this month if they can figure out the glitches and so forth and so on. So
Then get Trump's name signed to it.
oh man, so
sorry.
it's it is what it is. What I know for sure though is that there were some people suffering long before Corona came along, and now they are suffering even more. Just based on it has shut everything down.
Well, at the Sally here in town in Sarasota, not only are they not taking, they can only go stay there one night, so they're not taking somebody who had possibly, even if their house burned down, you can't just go stay there.
Yeah.
They don't want to.
I saw something that because the bill wasn't passed for the eviction protection, that people are being evicted. There's multiple families and everything. And they're trying to check into homeless shelters. Some of them can, some of them can't. And so you look at the homeless population and then the infection rate and then the whole thing, and it's this whole other big picture that's, is that going to keep us down for longer? Or, just you put everybody out there and it's like...
You can't, it's kind of tough here to evict with the courts being closed, so we'll,
Well, some people leave because they're scared. Some people stand there and, face their landlords and be like, I ain't going nowhere. You have your... Depends.
When I was watching the news, I don't know exactly where it happened at, but a gentleman who he was struggling with an addiction checked himself into a rehab place to try to get better, and he got the virus, and that was it.
That's I had a friend reach out looking for.
Take these off. I don't know. I just thank you.
My bad. I had a friend reaching out looking for a pain med / alcohol detox program yesterday. I believe it's for her daughter, but I can't be sure. Maybe it's a friend. And so it was kind of like, where do you go right now? Because, some of your centers, they're either packed full right now because everybody's out there, or they're not taking in. And, if it's a crisis situation, you can go to the hospital and, detox safely. it's a struggle right now. It's scary.
Hey, George, I'm doing my show. I'll call you back.
It's gotten
Yeah.
real out there, you know. They're-
Sean, I need you to kind of slide over a little bit if you can. You're just like a little out of frame.
I was trying to keep my,
Yeah, I know.
my Roman.
Yeah, listen. Oh my God, I never even thought about that. We are really just kind of dissing the 6 feet. Well, I think considering we live in the same house, if a thing was about to happen,
We don't like live together.
Yeah, it's not like my partner or anything.
This is not a triangle situation.
No. Well, it is right here where we are.
Don't get it twisted.
Oreo.
Yo. Yeah. So I mean, I'm hoping.
Hi, Heidi.
Hi, Heidi. I'm hoping that you guys are in the what do you call it, transmutation or transformative mood. I think if you haven't joined the Recovery Room family yet on Facebook, that family, just go to the Recovery Room type it in the search, and the guy in the bed will pop up, and somebody will respond to your join request. Some people, I guess, if they're friends, I don't know how it works. So some people go on automatically, and then some people have to be.
But as soon as
joined
it
in.
pops up on my phone, I will approve you no matter what.
Yeah.
just-
Well, I don't know about no matter what.
Well, you know what? Anybody looking for something, I'll give them a
Yeah.
shot.
Okay. Good. That's good stuff.
Don't
So
give
yeah,
up
go
on
there.
anybody.
Go there every day and go there and read some of the great stuff that's on there. We share stuff from other pages and all kinds of stuff, and there are great quotes and they're heart-wrenching stories, and there's some really wonderful stories of people coming back from the depths of hell, which is what addiction is. And again, we like to specifically we started this specifically talking about opioid addiction, but there are other addictions, and they all are from despair. I mean, when somebody sits and eats themselves to 300-400 pounds or 5 or whatever it is, that is despair. That is trying to fill some void or get over some type of trauma or whatever it is. When somebody goes and they go to the dog track and they go every day, and regardless of they're about to lose their job or their family, and they've spent all the milk money or whatever, they go every day. When you got that person that's stuck behind a computer, with porn playing all the time, you know what I mean?
Whether it's $100
it's a thing to feel.
Yeah. Whether it's $100 to gambling or $100 to your dope boy, whether
Yeah.
it's $100 towards
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme or whatever your deal, it's all just money and time spent on
Destruction.
something that's and I think is semi-mental. Just
Destruction.
that's what I found with my detox. That step down
Yes,
took
no.
away that mental
Hey,
block.
I'm doing the podcast. I got to call you back.
Hello? Is anybody in there? What is that box you got there?
It didn't ring all day long. And
Who
now
were you
it's
talking? Who were you talking to in that box?
I was trying to talk to my other baby's daddy.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
it's his baby's
Yipes.
birthday.
You got a
That's
baby daddy.
that's complicated. That's complicated. And at any rate,
And everything.
I want to encourage you guys that are out there in the struggle, and that struggle is real. I really today want to encourage you to get on this bandwagon, of now. That now's the time. So I was talking about the Facebook page because most times we post a little topic, a little subject matter before we come on that page, the topic for the day. And I think you do share it to my page too, right?
I do.
And so it's shared to my page. And so, we today's topic or question, as it were, is how do you see life? And that
Good
is
question.
that's a open and broad question, right? How do you see life? And then if you look, are you looking outside of yourself all the time and blaming others for your internal? Or are you introspective? I mean, do you see life as your responsibility to get things together? To make the things happen. Do you see life from an optimistic perspective, or do you see everything as gloom and doom? You know, because I can tell you this: if you can stop and do some internal intellectual re-engineering, you'll find that in there is the tools that the way that you look at it, they are the tools to change or to enhance whatever your situation already is.
And for those of you guys out there, like a lot of you guys know, I mean, even though I had my appointment yesterday, they said I'm doing great health-wise. I am still terminal. My liver is bypassed, so at some point I'm gonna, have to go and have that surgery. But so I never know if I'm gonna wake up the next day or whatever else. And you guys watching the show, you see me in here. I have a pretty damn good positive attitude towards life. I enjoy those sunsets. I enjoy smelling the roses, whatever else. Please stop looking at all the negative that's going on around you. You got some positive too.
It's like, even as we're locked up right now, every day we take a ride, we go down to the park, we walk to the water, sit there for a minute, get a little fresh air, come back. But it's just that positive, there's, take it in, everything's going to be all right.
Could be something
Relax.
as simple as taking your dog for a walk or whatever
We've been
else.
doing that too. It's just,
It's like, you got a lot of
look
positive
at
things
the
going out there.
possibilities, and the positive possibilities.
So don't get caught up in all the small stuff. Be like, I'm locked in my house. I can't go out. You can go out and still do stuff.
You're building your own misery. You're building your own anxiety. It's not healthy.
And I can hear some people out there now saying, "Kiss my, you know what?" You know what I mean? I'm tired. I'm mad. I'm depressed. I'm angry. And you making it sound so easy, like, oh, let me just be nice and let me just whatever.
I can only say what I feel because I just spent literally a month in bed, so I'm refreshed and I'm enjoying the exercise and our water aerobics and kind of bringing that life back because I'm getting my life back. So I'm only speaking. It was the hardest.
If I would have had my phone on me yesterday when you were doing the water aerobics, I just would have held it up and recorded it. I got some blackmails up here.
Hey, I was getting after it. It feels great. To be back, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. Well, and for me, and a lot of people don't even know where back is from, and I'm sure that at some point you'll let them know. But the reality is that yes, I know it's hard, and yes, I know you're angry, and yes, I know that you're disillusioned and all kinds of stuff. But at the end of the day, the success stories that we hear about is that people who decided to change their lives. And I don't want to ever make it seem like it's easy because it's not.
Oh, it's hard. It's harder off the street version, but if you can get into the medically assisted treatment program, please try. It gives you that transition from the mental you're used to using and dosing or however you use every day or constantly. And so when you get on something like you're dissolving something under your tongue, you're not smoking it, you're not shooting it, you're not whatever, it changes that mentality and it starts to change that thought. And so then that habit, just like smoking, that habit's no longer there. You're not like looking or thinking at that. It just kind of changes the perspective, and then you can kind of step down off of that, and it's not that bad.
And so I'm hearing that you are condoning the medically assisted treatment.
Absolutely.
Not even condoning. What's the word I'm really looking for? It's not condoning because it's not for you to do.
I will definitely
promoting. Yeah, an advocate. You're an advocate.
I tried Suboxone first. It worked for a while, and then I went back out. But then I got on Subutex for 3 months, and now I've been off of it for 6 weeks. And it's the first time in damn near 20 years that I can say I've quit that. I have quit smoking. I'm like, it's like monumental. It was like a transformation type of weird something. I mean, it took a month. It wasn't pretty. I was in bed. I was sick. I was a mess.
Pretty.
No, I
Hold
mean,
on, hold on, let me. I'm sorry. Go back to one thing, because I want, 'cause for the novice out there, though, for those people who look at us and seek knowledge about this whole thing. You said you were on the thing, and then you went back out. What does going back out mean? What does that do? What does that mean?
okay,
I went
so
back out.
I was on Suboxone for a couple months. It was okay. I mean, it kept me straight. I never misused it. Maybe, I didn't use it in any other way. Maybe I took too much, but I didn't use it in any other way. But then eventually, I ended up stopping the Suboxone and ended up back using the Subutex, though, I think was maybe just a better match for my addiction process than the Subutex or the Suboxone, and it worked. I've never felt like I haven't felt like this in 20 years, and actually just felt good and really comfortable in my space, and it's crazy.
So, so what, the reality is that it may take you a month, it may take you 2 months, it may take you however long it takes you, but I guarantee you, to break that cycle of doom and to find yourself out of those shackles, that prison of addiction, I guarantee you it's worth everything that you have to go through. And what I went through, you're gonna go through, but there's some things you're gonna go through that I didn't have to go through. It's all individual.
But what I had to put first is that decision. Well, number one, it started with $800 a month is a lot of money to sustain something, and it was making that decision and then just going with it. And I had the house went to crap, just everything kind of went downhill, and I spent a month in the room. But now it's like I'm coming back, and it's really cool. It's awesome.
And so when we, this is what I love about this particular forum, at least, is that you're not talking to a panel of educators or a panel of civic leaders talking about this subject matter. You get it from the mouths of the people who have been there, and so we're not trying. I'm not trying to give you sometimes. I got statistics like you can out the butt. I'm not here to give you statistics. I mean, okay, I'll give you one. 91% of the people who ever go into recovery, 91% relapse within the first year.
Absolutely.
Most within the first 30 days. Okay, so if you make it a year, I like to call you a 9%er, because you're one of that 9% of the people who make it past the year. And if you make it past there, of course, you remain a 9%er, but you're in rarefied territory. And so when I hear and I see people and I know what I asked for yesterday, and I'm going to ask you for it again. I want you guys on the recovery room, as our guys that are family members on. I guess we're going to have to put a request on the recovery room. I would like to see, because everywhere you turn, you see before and after pictures, right? And they're great. I love them. I love to see, and I hear the stories of the before and after. But I'm asking for a before the before and a before and an after.
Actually, I saw somebody that posted one, but they posted their like high school prom thing of huge crazy freaking hair.
Yeah.
And then they posted one of them, using Down and Out, and then one of them now looking good.
That's what I want to see.
And actually, with what made her stop now was she's having a baby. And she said, "Nope, that's it. Psh, done."
Yeah, whatever the motivation is, find your motivation. Find what's your bottom line. That was a question we asked earlier this week. What's your bottom line? How far do you fall before you can't fall no more? People like to call it a bottom. I don't know if there's a bottom besides death.
How many trap doors do you have to your rock bottom?
Oh my God!
I have found that I had like 2 or 3. It takes a couple. You're not there when you think you're there. You got to learn the hard way. And
Some people got a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
So, but guess what? That before picture, that when that thing was innocent and you had some goals and you had some dreams and you had some ambitions and maybe some ideas that were, things that could have been of benefit to you and your family and perhaps the world, that before person is the epitome of who you are. That is your authentic person. And not that you want to go back to that, but you need to remember that person. You need to remember that those feelings like wonder and invincibility and then whatever else you want to call those things, and then come to grips with that middle part, which is that how the hell did I get here? Part. How in the hell did I was the smartest in my class, I was the most beautiful, I was the this, the that, and the other. How in the hell did I get here? One decision is the answer. One decision.
One bad decision.
One bad decision is how you got there. And then one good decision is how you're going to get out of there.
Like T always says, you weren't there in school and someone said, what are you going to be when you grow up?
Yeah.
I want to be an alcoholic.
Yeah, I'm going to be a prostitute.
I want to be a prostitute and go get...
Yeah, I want to be a robber. And this is not the time, gang, because everybody's home. Just when all you guys haven't figured that one out yet.
What surprised me is that people are breaking people's houses and then they're getting shot and then they're surprised they get shot.
Yeah. We're home. We're home. So a decision. See, no decision is a decision. No decision is the one that keeps you stuck in the muck. Okay, a decision to say, just like I decided, and you're gonna have to be honest about it, because I had a conversation with somebody yesterday, and I got to tell you, I sit and I listen to these conversations, and I try my best to be as cordial as possible, and all of that. But when somebody sits with me and they tell me that, well, this person did this to me, and this happened, now I'm a mess, and this person did this to me, and this happened, and now I'm a mess, and this person did this to me, and that happened, and now I'm a mess. What are you, like a puppet?
Where's your accountability? And that is your first, anything of evolving.
That's the word.
Where's
Key
your...
word, son. Anyway, make a decision, man. Make a decision, man. Make a decision, man. Because how do you see life? Do you see it through the eyes of a dope fiend? Do you see it through the eyes of a child molester? Do you see it through the eyes of a reverend? How do you see life? Because the way that you see life is how your life looks. How's that echoing? That was an echo. Can you hear it?
Not mine.
Nice. Guys, we're in this big cavernous place. You're going to see it later when we get it all open and stuff. But
Speaking of hearing things...
Oh, crap.
oh, God, he's back to hearing things.
Yeah, I heard your whole conversation when I was in my car. Somehow my Bluetooth, you're on your phone. My Bluetooth stereo will pick up while you're on the... So I was yelling, I'm like, the devil, stuff like that.
But you couldn't talk. You can only hear.
I could hear you guys,
Yeah.
whoever it was you were talking to.
Wow.
But I guess you guys couldn't hear me, but I'm listening to the whole conversation. I'm like, am I going?
Yeah, see, I tell you, this technology, you love it, but it's it has some downside.
Hiccups.
Yeah, it's got some downside. But at any rate, getting back to the subject at hand, you guys that are right now out here in the struggle, I'm really praying for you each and every day, because it is such a difficult time now with this coronavirus, with keeping your distance, safe at home. You can't. I was out. Chrissy and I went out last night and for a minute to get some air. Took the bike out, and I swear the only people on the street were us and the police. Mm-hmm. And so it's not like you're going to be running up and down the street going to cop these days. You know what I mean? And so that has put a real strain on your habit. you know. And so instead of having to find yourself going and getting arrested and then finding yourself, remember those horrible times when you get locked up and you get sick while you're in jail? Woo! It's the worst.
Ain't nothing like sitting in medical with 3 other chicks in the same
and
little
everybody's
cell
sick.
block. Ooh, sitting on each other.
Everybody's sick. So right now, as I said, I suggest that you make the decision. I'm not suggesting that you stop today. I am, obviously, but I'm realistic enough to know that you may not. But I am asking you to make a decision today, okay? And so, again, getting back to the Facebook page, if you haven't joined yet, go, because we talked about the topics that are, the stuff that's on there, all the great subject matter and the helpful stuff and the heart-wrenching stuff. And we also post our topic for the day, and again, it was how do you see life? But we want to start talking about the meaning of life here on this Recovery Room show, the meaning of life as we know it. Okay, and the way I'd like to do it is I got this little exercise, and hopefully it's going to cause us to have some more interaction, because I break down this thing called life into the word itself and break it down. What does the L in life stand for in you? Like, if you look at the word life is up on the board, what does the L stand for?
I'd say
Me,
learn.
lust,
Learn.
No, lust would come first with him.
I'd say learn.
And you would say learning, okay? The number one answer to that is love.
Well, I got love, so I'm just looking to learn.
Second is lust. Love and lust are the top
But
two.
it's lust that makes you find the love.
Okay. Okay. There's some truth to that, because oftentimes I know we as men, we do anything for love. Lusting.
Because men will do anything for
For love, yeah.
Hi.
And that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Psych. I just sent something out. We'll see you tomorrow. Today, tomorrow.
Anyway, hey
he
guys,
said.
yeah, that was my best kung fu movie imitation.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, but there was no other. It was like it would usually be some other words coming
You
to
go,
my lips. And
"Hi."
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my best attempt at that. At any rate, apparently we're back. Always good to be back. Anywhere. It's always good to be anywhere, man. It's a beautiful thing, and that's what I want you guys to all have. I want you to all have the opportunity to have the feeling of, man, it's just good to be here.
And those of you guys who are watching, you see how there was a little hiccup there?
Yeah.
You're going to have a hiccup here and on the internet. You're going to have a hiccup in life.
Hello.
That's a very nice
big deal.
analogy. It's a good point.
And we're not going, oh my God, my life's over. I got to
Don, you suck!
What are we gonna do?
You're going to have problems in life. You're going to have issues in life.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah.
look at them and go, okay. I don't know.
Well, again, coming to you live from the old Nico Farmers Market studio. We got any commercials that we can show our sponsors? Oh, no, it's not working. Okay. Coming to you from the old Nico Farmers Market, a new destination. Boy, you guys your mind is going to be blown when this thing opens up, and we'll be
pretty
broadcasting
cool.
live from here during the
Pretty
market.
cool.
During the market. It's going to be very, very cool.
Oh, so
It is.
when are we going to be doing the show?
Hammock Haven. Spice up your next event with the Hammock Haven Experience. To find out more, go to thehammockhaven.com or call 941-201.
I'm asking, because they're probably wondering, what time.
Oh, well, we're going to be on. We're going to have a whole network, and so
No, but,
yeah,
like
but our
9
show.
or 10 or
Our show?
Yeah.
It's probably still going to be where it is.
Hi, Twinkle. She said, looking good,
Hey,
sounding good, T.
what's up there, Twink? Hey, listen, Twink, I want you to come and perform in our Lyric Lounge thing that we're putting together here very shortly. I'll call you about it. I'll talk to you about it. Love you.
Nashville Aaron's asking for a number. Should you yours? Can we
Yeah, give me my
stream
number,
that, or-
941-536-6761. 941-536-6761. Yeah, I'm already stretched out. I'm hacked all over the world. I'm the most hacked person in America. I love it. That's my title. America's most hacked. Like I'm interesting or something. Anyway, love you guys. If nobody's told you that today, let us be the first to tell you.
Yeah, we love you guys.
All that stuff.
And the power of prayer, I'm a example
Ooh,
of-
Lord, there you
Ain't
go.
that something?
There you go.
Ain't that something?
And that's real.
I tried to thank everyone that had sent prayers my way for my doctor's visit the other day, and I was like trying to send each individual one, and then there was just so many more people that had said that they were praying for me, and I decided to do it as like a mass shout out, but I'm just shouting out to everyone who sent prayers my way.
Most definitely.
Yeah, they were being received and felt, and the whole 9 yards, and the results were obviously, and that's the thing about prayer. Prayer is always answered, and it's usually not like we had asked for it. When we pray for something, we want it to be specific when it comes back, but normally it's never that. Often it's better than what you asked for. More often than not, it's better than what you even asked for. That you don't even recognize it you got that blessing and that prayer answered, but it is.
And sometimes you don't realize that your prayer was answered. You're like,
Yeah.
that's not what we were praying
Yeah.
for.
But then
None.
there's those other times where you just look up and go,
Wow.
God, I know that was you.
Yeah, it had to be.
I do.
Yeah,
That was you.
had to be.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thanks for getting us back up, Don. We just got a few. How many?
Hey,
We got a few
Dora.
more minutes, huh?
We got 16 more minutes.
16 minutes. All right. Hey, Dora,
Dora,
we saw
miss
your
you
picture.
too.
We saw your snow pictures.
A little chilly up there.
You look cold up there.
Of course, we're freezing our tails up here. 'Cause
Yeah,
spring
ooh,
on-
it's like
at
60-something degrees.
68. We're like,
Ooh,
oh my
it's
God.
freezing. Look, he's got a coat on. Anyway, but it's still beautiful, and the reality of the thing is, we were talking about the meaning of life. If there is one meaning to it, is that it's about love. Life and love are pretty much, they have to coexist, or otherwise we find ourselves in a really wacky world. We find ourselves in a world of people that are living in some of the most, like people that live in Sarasota is one of the most beautiful places on the planet, but we still have people that are living in despair. You know what I mean? We still have people that are depressed and having, all kinds of anxiety and all that. And, for those individuals of what there's obviously some medical giving up, and that their emotions are based on, hold on, I got a call. Hello?
Hey,
Hey, are you calling me to be on the show?
is this a show number?
No, it is today.
No, nobody can hear me, can they?
They hear everything you're saying.
Okay, bye. Call me back.
That is my beautiful and lovely aunt. Shut up. Yeah, that's my beautiful aunt. Love her to death. Which brings me to our thing for this Corona. This is what, day 18
Yeah.
Corona Marathon, Recovery Room Marathon, and continuing in the clear message from this is call your people right now. Call your people. Don't waste any time. If somebody can listen, and I'm gonna tell you about this other thing we talk about, but let me finish this. Call your people. It's imperative to call your people now. It's imperative that you get relationships together that have been broken and mend them now. Now is the time to do it. You ain't got nothing else to do. So if you got to do something while you ain't got nothing else to do, why don't you do something constructive and loving and kind and call your people. And I'm going to talk about this other thing I talk about all the time. We are so used to just getting in our car, right, and turning on the radio, and now they all preset and all that. You don't have to use a dial too much anymore, but you used to have to tune in your radio, right? And if you were trying to listen to 107.5, but you had it on 107.3,
You're still getting bull crap.
yeah. Ooh.
No.
Wow. It's still staticky.
There you go.
Yeah,
It's
that's
real
what-
staticky.
That's what she meant.
Yeah. It's static. And so, but we don't believe that this receptor and this transformer is as powerful as a stupid radio wave coming to the car. And of course it is. You ever call somebody and they said, "Ooh, I was just thinking about you."
Actually, it happened to me 4 times a day.
You know, you're sending your power. You know, if as you get stronger emotionally and physically and spiritually, your signal gets stronger. You know, some little signals can only go a certain amount of distance before they dissipate. Some signals can go across a whole state. You know, ham radio signals can travel from the world. Why can't these? And so I was just thinking about somebody, a good friend of mine, and I was just thinking about him. And while we were sitting here just now, they called me.
Concepting. You're concepting.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah. You're putting that stuff out there, guys. And so, how do you see life? Because the way you see it is a frequency that you're going to be putting out there. Okay, and if you're dull and lackluster and you're one of those people that just sit around and wonder what happened, you know, well, you should be one of those people who make things happen, you know.
Don't wonder about it.
Don't
do
wonder
it.
about it, you know.
There was a funny saying thing going around on Facebook, and it's like, the only person who ever wanted me for who I am is the police. It's like,
Yeah.
Ain't that about it?
and don't be like that. You know?
Yeah, you don't have that
Be the person
opinion
everyone
of
goes,
yourself.
"Hey man, what's Sean doing today? Let's go hang
Yeah,
out with him and let's
yeah.
go
Yeah.
after the coronavirus is gone."
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you want to be that destination where people want to go see you. You want to be Disney World to everybody else.
Closed down.
Close down. That's right. Close down. Yeah, that's it. Close down.
I was thinking about all that money. I want to be Disney. I don't know. You know what? I was thinking about that today. I don't know if I do or not, because you know what? I'm just happy the way I am. You know, I can have some more. Yeah, I'll take it. But I'm good. I don't even know if I want all that responsibility to have to run an amusement park.
Is this really even a question?
Well, let's say things that make you go home and think. There was a whole
What are the
big
things you
article,
just don't think about?
And it was funny because all the news we either get, it's either about, corona and death, whatever else. But it was a whole article on the reason why they don't sell bubble gum at Disney.
Wow.
People will just spit it out and then you step in it, et cetera, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
It makes
Yeah.
a mess.
Messy
So I
mess.
spent 25 minutes reading this whole article on why I'm like, well, can't they just spit it out in the trash can, whatever, but,
Well, the same. Why do people just throw trash out of their cars or just litter everywhere? If everybody would be actually responsible and do it, that'd
Oh, I
be one
picked it up
thing.
before when their window was down, ran out and threw it right in their car.
I would too. It's just nasty, just dirty.
And then I get a look like, oh, what are you're getting it all over. Yes.
Oh,
Oh.
whoever is trying to bring you down is already below you.
Yeah, they're just dragging you down.
Yeah, it's craziness. Oh, let me tell you, this is the one we used to use a lot last year, and I really want to bring this really to the head. This is. I'll just read it. It says here, "I will kidnap you, raise you, and then return you to your family so they can bury you. Sincerely, the streets."
Damn.
That's
all I got to say about
that's
that.
the damn truth.
That's the damn truth. Yeah. So let me see. I'm in the quote mode. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, here's the other one I used a lot last year. You did not wake up today to be mediocre.
Absolutely not.
You did not come all this way to say this is where I'm staying. You know, this is it. You know,
Here I am.
this is it. We're here. Okay. Oh man, the worst thing. God, last year, man, we were intense. Says the worst thing is watching someone drown and not be able to convince them that they can save themselves just by standing up.
One
You're
day,
drowning in 2 feet of water.
one day or day one. Make the choice.
One day, my prince will come. I'm not talking about
want a
princes.
prince?
Yeah, I was like, what was I even asked myself, what was I talking about? I said, T, what do you mean by that?
Maybe we're all waiting for different things.
It's like,
When I say you look pretty in the dress, that was kind of a joke.
Wasn't quite what I had in mind, but okay.
listen, nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I've been promising to post some of these on the site, but I think they're already on there. But I'll get around to it. Listen, we're more busy and not running up and down the river, running up and down the street, but getting stuff done during the coronavirus than we were when it was no coronavirus. You know, and that says a lot, and that's what I'm trying to encourage everybody to do. Right now, you've got time to catch up with some things that you left on the back burner that you know at the time it was very prevalent. I mean, Christian and I, and we're back now. Let me reintroduce our Fitline lifestyle. You know, last year we talked about it a lot, but we're back in the PMI thing with our Fitline lifestyle. And guess what they did today? They made a major announcement in network marketing history. They have announced that people will be able to sell a product and get paid instantly. And that's it has never happened until now. And so also what Fitline has are products, immune boosters. I mean, the problem with this whole coronavirus is compromised immune system. So all the products in our Fitline product line are about a healthy immune system, all the vitamins and minerals with a 90% absorption rate. Anyway, I'm going to get off of that, but look for some more information on Fitline. And I want you guys to maybe join, because while you're sitting here waiting for a stimulus check, there's an opportunity to make some instant income.
There you go.
Speaking of income, reminds me of all of it. Because we got 6 minutes left for talking about our sponsors.
Yeah, we don't have any. We got them. Oh, I can talk about them? Is that what you mean? Yeah. We got some sponsors. First of all, we'd like to talk about the old Cedar Hammock. Why don't you talk about Cedar Hammock? I mean, Hammock Haven. There was a Freudian stripper. I used to live in a place called Cedar Hammock.
Because that's the fire station by her house.
Yeah, a lot of them. There are a few Cedar Hammocks.
I don't know nothing about that. But if you're looking for a awesome
Hammock Haven. Spice up your next event with the Hammock Haven experience. To find out more, go to thehammockhaven.com or call 941-201-5226. The Hammock Haven. Chillax a minute.
421 Sweet Treats is Anna Maria Island's sweetest little five-star cafe, located at 5337 Gulf Drive on beautiful Holmes Beach. For reservations, please call 941-281-2335. Life is sweet and full of treats.
POWarriors.com, the website that's dedicated to connecting our armed forces and first responders to businesses that appreciate their valor. For more information, go to POWarriors.com or call 336-501-0017. PO Warriors, protecting our warriors that protect us.
And appreciate their service and offers them discounts and specials. Is a wonderful thing. And then we got the wonderful, and we get ready to be the most spectacular happening place in town.
Hammock Haven. Spice up your next event with the Hammock Haven experience.
Farmers Market. Did I miss it? Neil, I didn't see you go, yay! Okay. The Oniko Farmers Market, right on Old 301, which is actually 15th Street in Bradenton, just above State Road 70, which is actually 53rd Street for those people who like numbers. And so it is going to be a spectacular place with all kinds of 121 vendors and us promoting the place the whole time. And so Okoniko Farmers Market. Did I miss anybody? Okay. Those are our sponsors, and they're going to be growing because we're in a room full of. We're going to have so many commercials and stuff going because we've got a deal going with this place that we get to do the commercials for all the vendors. Well, those that want to participate.
Well,
at
you
least.
get to learn who's here.
Yeah.
It's going to be
So you're gonna have
awesome.
to do a show just on
Just on the vendors,
You know.
yeah, and we'll do some live stuff while people are here. We'll come here and set up live, and as people are going around and doing their stuff, we'll come in and do some interviews and talk about the things, and have some of the owners come over. It's gonna be cool. Very,
I
very
think
good.
there's 5 kitchens in
There's
there.
5 kitchens.
Yeah.
It's amazing, and it's like Peruvian and Salvadoran and just of course American and whatever. But there are going to be so many smells in here. I used to have this thing I envisioned years ago, a place that you can go and get all of your senses fulfilled, where it's a feast of the senses, where you see stuff and it's amazing, and you smell stuff and it's amazing, you touch amazing things, and I think this is going to be that culmination of that dream. You got something? The struggle is real.
But miracles are too.
Amen. And I'm with you on that. Right away. Pay more attention to your creator than your critics.
Look, getting clean will not be the solution to all of your problems. You won't suddenly have a perfect life, but you will have a life worth living.
We were talking kindness communities. I know we're running out of time. We were talking about kindness communities. Right now we have kindness communities happen. Everywhere you go, there are little pockets of people helping people. We want to create kindness community. And here's the definition of kindness, and this is about as good as it gets. Kindness. Loaning someone your strength instead of reminding them of their weakness. Minister, you looking for something? Oh, he's looking.
The disease of addiction has not been canceled. Stay vigilant, my friends.
If you're looking for that one person that's going to change your life, look in the mirror.
It's you. It's the only one that's going to do it. Can't nobody do it for you.
Yeah.
Nobody. You.
I was just remembering a hiccup we had. Remember our hiccup? It's okay. It's all good. Another one bites the dust. I don't know how many. We've been doing this going on 3 years. I don't know how long it has been. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of shows, and the one thing that we've talked about the whole time is that it's just not your attitude that determines your altitude. I mean, it's not your aptitude that determines your altitude. It is your attitude. So have an attitude of kindness and generosity and
Attitude of
compassion
gratitude.
and gratitude and love and honor and dignity and integrity. All those things that are praiseworthy. All those things that will make the living situation a better place. This is a recovery room once again. If nobody's told you they love you today,
We love you guys.
I love you.
Peace out.
Peace.
Wash your hands.
Boy.